Howdy everybody, welcome to Riata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown and today is Training Tip Tuesday. I'm very excited to be with you as always. And this morning we've had a great morning. I've had a couple of lessons with the owners that have horses here. I've also, we put shoes on 2 horses. Well, the farrier did. Our farrier, one of our farriers, Mike Hill, he did a great job on 2 horses that have never been shod. Well, one's never been shod and one had an extremely difficult time the last time he was shod. So the farrier, Mike, did a great job. These horses look great. The horse that I'm on right now, Kobe, is one of the horses that got shoes on. Say hi, Kobe. And Kobe's a 2.5-year-old quarter horse that I've been working with. This is his 2nd month. He's actually going to be with me for 3 months because we're going to get some more refined training in with him. He's going to be a roping horse and a trail horse, and he's just doing really well. He's got a lot of Hancock blood in him, so he does have his certain challenges, but he's doing very, very well and did a great job on his first time shoeing today. Now today for Training Tip Tuesday, I wanted to talk to you about something I was working with one of the owners on, and that is yielding the forequarters. Now I was helping her yield the hindquarters and yield the forequarters, but for some reason for Training Tip Tuesday, I decided I wanted to talk to you about yielding the forequarters. Now remember, when you go to ladyhorseboss.com and you go to Riata Horsemanship, or you join our membership at ladyhorseboss.com, you can get all of my training videos, including all the very specific instructional videos for all of the horse maneuvers that you could ever want to learn. They're right there in Riata Horsemanship, the Riata Horsemanship section of the ladyhorseboss.com website. And so if you're interested in these kind of training tips and you want more information and you want to really hone in on your skills and get better and connect with a great group of men and women, it's Lady Horse Boss, but there's a bunch of men. In fact, 3 of the 6 horses I'm working with right now, their owners are men, and they're also, a couple of them are members of Lady Horse Boss. So you can, if you're a man and you want to improve your horsemanship skills and you like what I do, make sure to join us at Lady Horse Boss. And today I wanted to talk about the yielding the forequarters. So I'm just going to describe it to you briefly and then show you a little bit, as much as I can, from on top of the horse. So yielding the forequarters basically means moving the shoulders, moving the front feet around the back feet. So the back feet basically stay still, they kind of rotate around each other, and the front feet move in the direction you want to go. So this is how I do it. I make sure, I want the horse, now this is the initial stages, this is how I teach yielding the forequarters initially. There are a lot of modifications to this exercise that you can do, whether you're moving forward at a faster speed or you're standing still. But this is generally how I teach horses to yield their forequarters under saddle for the first time. I'm going to tip the nose in the same direction I want the feet to move. So if I'm moving left, I want to tip his nose left. That's the first and foremost. So I'm going to shorten the left rein just a little bit. Now, I might have talked about this in another training tip video, and I apologize if I'm being redundant, but you can never hear it too many times. It's always important to review, work on it, review again, and just keep honing in on your horsemanship skills, your knowledge and your skill level. And so you're going to tip the nose in the same direction he's going to go. So I want to move him left. I want to move his front feet to the left. Now his feet are going to, his left foot is going to step out to the left. His right foot is going to follow and step in front of the left foot. That's how a proper forequarter yield happens. A lot of times horses will step out, if they step out to the left, and then they're going to step behind the left with their right front when they're yielding their forequarters. And that's not a true forequarter yield. You need a little bit of forward momentum to get your forequarter yield. So you want to step, I'm going to have him step with his left out to the side, and then his right's going to follow and step in front of the left. That's how a forequarter yield goes. Now I'm going to tip his nose to the left, and so I'm going to shorten the left rein a little bit. Now I'm going to bring the right rein and my right leg on. So the right rein comes across his neck, and my right leg comes at that, or it squeezes at that one position. I'm just going to squeeze lightly at first, and then I'm going to increase my pressure, and then use spurs or use my heel to increase pressure, or even use the end of my Makati to increase pressure to move those shoulders over. But remember, to be fair, when you're teaching your horse initially, they're going to be confused about what you're asking them to do. And so if you get too firm with your horse, too aggressive, your horse is going to get totally confused and feel flustered, and it's going to go bad. I mean, I've had horses flip over with people because they don't, they're being too aggressive or too firm initially. You have to teach teach small and then get bigger with your ask as your horse improves his skill level. So I'm going to do this one-handed. So I'm tipping his nose to the left. As you can see, his nose, if hopefully I got the camera on him, his nose, I'm tipping to the left, so I'm shortening the left rein. Then I'm bringing the right rein across. So I'm doing this one-handed, but initially you're gonna use two hands to do this. And then I'm gonna bring my right leg is gonna squeeze right down here, squeeze next to the girth. So at that one position. So the right rein comes on, the right leg comes on, and then if he walks forward, I'm gonna put a little braking pressure, so back pressure, and you watch his feet. See, right foot, so he stepped behind right there, now it's in front, behind, in front. Now I wanna make sure whenever I release a pressure that he's stepping in front when I release that pressure. Hopefully you're seeing at least some of this, I don't know. So I want him to step in front and move his shoulder. So he stepped behind right there. I'm going to keep asking front, front, front. Beautiful. Now I'm going to let him rest. Take the pressure away. That's how you help a horse learn to yield the forequarters. Now, once you teach a horse to yield forequarters, once you teach a horse to yield the hindquarters, then you can start teaching your horse to side pass. It's really easy to transition into a side pass after you teach forequarter yield and hindquarter yield. So that was my training tip for today. I'll teach you the hindquarter yield as well in the future. Remember, you can get a better view of that skill at ladyhorsebots.com when you go to Reata Horsemanship when you're a member. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, live with purpose, live with passion, be thankful, and as always, stay safe in the saddle.